Hello, my loves, and welcome back to BehatiLife YouTube channel. If you're meeting for the first time, welcome. And for those of you that are old friends and family, welcome back. As you guys can tell by the title of today's video, we're going to be diving into the intuitive forecast for the month of January 2025. I can't believe that we're in 2025, but yet here we are. And in this video, particularly, we are going to find Libra through Pisces. There is a part 1 that breaks down Aries through Virgo. So I'm going to link that video down below. I've already shuffled and pulled for those zodiac signs, and you're definitely going to want to tap into your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Your sun, because that represents the collection of your energy, and your rising, because that's going to shape your experiences and what is that you see, and then your moon sign, because that's going to connect you to your feelings, your overall emotional feelings, and what is that you can expect. So make sure that you're watching for each of those zodiac signs, your sun, your moon, and your rising sign, and double, even if you are like a double Gemini, triple Leo, because you'll pick up on different messages based upon what you are open to hearing and what you need to hear in that moment for each chunk of your experience. So let's not waste any further time. Let's go ahead and start shuffling. We are going to tap into the energy of Libra. Libra is the first of the zodiac sign that we are going to shuffle for. Libra, how are you doing? How are you holding up? How are you feeling? Welcome to 2025. Did you set intentions, Libra? I'm hoping that you did. The reason why I'm hoping that you did is because, Libra, you've been one of the zodiac signs that's been going through a lot lately. A lot of growth, right? Like, it sounds so cliche when we say that, you know, when things are happening, like when life is challenging us, we're like, oh, it's to teach us a lesson. I'm not someone who really leans into that way of thinking, that philosophy. Sometimes I think sometimes bad things happen to people, and it's not so much for the lesson. You could be someone who's positive and turn it into a lesson if that's what you want, but sometimes shit just happens, and it's not to teach you anything. It's just the way that things are, you know. I don't know if I'm articulating myself, but sometimes I just think that life can be unfair. So I don't know why I'm saying that, Libra. Maybe you just need someone on your side right now to kind of just be with you, you know, through whatever it is that you've got going on, or whatever it is that's going on. So Libra, what is it that you need to hear? Sun, moon, and rising sign. What is the tarot card? What is the message? Well, there you go. First card to jump out we have actually is a 7 of Wands. This is usually when the 7 of Wands is upright, it connects us to like being caught off guard, being caught like with no defense. And when the 7 of Wands is reversed, you're either way more vulnerable, or you can expect something coming. The next card to jump out is actually the Emperor reverse, so we want to be careful of masculine energy here, Libra. So this Emperor reverse can represent an actual person. 7 of Swords, 9 of Cups. This Emperor can represent an actual person, or it can represent your masculine, how you chase, how you pursue, how you protect yourself right now. Libra, right now for the month of January, what I'm seeing is you waiting for your luck to change. You have the King of Pentacles here, you have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Emperor reverse, and you have the 7 of Wands reverse. I feel like you're waiting for your luck to change. So Libra, I feel like you're not so proactive these days. There might be a part of you that's tempted to try to move things ahead or strategize and help the universe kind of move things faster in the way that, for you guys, it's like to provide relief in a situation. I am getting with the 7 of Wands reverse. I can't stand seeing this energy show up for someone, because it shows that they are expecting a blow of some sort. They're expecting something to catch them off guard, to find them defenseless. And I don't like seeing someone feel powerless or under the influence of something or someone else that would make them feel unsafe or that would be unkind to them. And I feel like that's kind of where you're at, Libra, where you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, or you're waiting for something to show up and be unkind to you. And that's not, we don't like that. So there may be that need, that desire to kind of push things forward, and to help yourself, really. Like, that's how it is that I'm seeing it. I don't see that you're asking for too much. I think that you're trying to help yourself out of a situation that's not serving you. That being said, Libra, I feel like you're going to be off the radar. And Virgo was kind of similar to your energy. Virgo came right before you. So I'm wondering if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that's connected to Virgo energy, but Virgo needed the same thing, very similar, where they wanted to be off the radar. Libra, I see the same thing for you, where you just are kind of like pulling into yourself, or hunkering down and hunkering in and waiting for your luck and your situation to change. Libra, I do get a strong sense that you can sense that there's a positive change on the horizon for you. You do have the Nine of Cups, which is the card of wish fulfilled, like making a wish and having that wish come to life, like having that wish come to fruition. But in the meantime, Seven of Swords, it's like you're hiding, you're off the radar, you have disappeared a little bit in order to allow your dream, allow the bits of your life, the bits and pieces of your life to kind of manifest. With that being said, Libra, I'm actually going to do what I haven't done for the other zodiac signs, and I'm going to ask what you can do. Look, you have Five of Pentacles at the very bottom of your deck. Five of Pentacles is showing that there's something here that you feel that you need, that you deserve, that is rightfully yours, that you're waiting for it to, that you're hoping for a blessing here within your life. So you may be, hopefully you're talking to spirit, hopefully talking to the divine about your specific needs and requirements that would help you through this situation, that will help change your luck for the better, right? Turn things around and make you feel a little bit more hopeful and maybe even a little bit more safe or provided for. If it's, you need to be nourished in some way. It could be your sanctuary. It could be you feeling safe. It could be food. There's something here that you are in need of, like you are desiring more of. And it's right for you to ask for this, Libra, like for real. King of Pentacles showing up here. You're not asking for too much. It just feels like you're asking for security, stability, consistency, reliability, safety, nourishment. You're not asking for too much here, Libra. While you're waiting for the tide to turn a little bit, right, for this situation to turn for your benefit, I feel like you're going to be hiding away. For some of you guys, you might be dealing with a partnership or separation, like splitting up from something or someone. And with that, there might be some, you just might not want to be as visible as you normally are. So let's say if you're someone who is like a socialite, you like to mix and mingle and hang out with your friends. In this season, you would like to disappear for a little bit, to not hide out, but just not be seen while the dust settles in your life and while things kind of begin to make a little bit more sense. For a lot of you guys, you may need a little bit of a break, even from the things that you love and care about the most. You might need a little bit of space from them, and I understand that totally. I just see, Libra, for a lot of you guys, you're hunkering down. 2024 has been a difficult year for a lot of people, but again, Libra, you guys were one of the signs that I feel have gone through the most, and I give you a lot of compassion and kindness and patience and grace because of everything that you've gone through, and we can see it here. For many of you guys, as you're saying goodbye to 2024, you are working on replenishing your energy, replenishing your faith, replenishing your hope for humanity or relationships or for the future. Those things you will feel replenished again. You may not necessarily feel it right now. That's one of the reasons why you're waiting and just like, okay, something's got to give here, right? Like my luck has got to change. It will, definitely with the Nine of Cups here. But for the meantime, Libra, I see you hunkering and almost hiding away from the rest of the world while the rest of the world gets itself together, right? Or while you get yourself together. For a small few of you, like a very small few of you, you might be getting called out on something. Someone might be calling you out, saying like you owe them, or maybe you're being accused of something. I do see that energy here. It is what it is, whether it's right or wrong. It is what it is. I'm not here to judge. And because these are very specific readings for a general audience, I'm not going to dive any further into that. You'll know where it fits for you because you know your situation. And also you could always sit down with yourself and do like a little reading for yourself with that. But for the most part, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm sensing. Okay, my loves. Just with it, take your time, Libra. Regardless of what you're going through, please just take your time. And take the time that you need to be away from whatever it is that's bothering you, or I don't want to say hunting you. That's not the right word, but whatever it is that wants to gain access to you. Because 7 of Wands reversed, you really are pulling yourself off the radar. You don't want to be seen right now. And I support that. Let me go ahead and ask for advice. What is it that can help Libra in this moment in time? Because I would like to know. Yeah, for some of you guys, what can help you right now is kind of looking at what is giving you the more major headache. 5 of Swords, this is energy that's really, really negative. Like you can't win with it. Like you don't win, they don't win, no one wins with this type of energy. So taking a step back and really asking yourself, is it worth it? Like, is it worth me negotiating? Is it worth me trying to be fair, quote unquote? Is it even fair? Can there be a fair outcome? Maybe the fair outcome is you, Libra, getting everything that is that you want, but you might not necessarily get it from this person. Have you ever noticed that? Like sometimes you do deserve a lot, but you just can't. It's like extracting blood from a rock. You can't get it from that rock. You're not going to find what you're looking for in this rock. If that's the case, let's take that rock and let's just fucking throw it on the lake. Dot, 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 dot. Plunk. Let it just blop, 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 plunk into the ocean, into the lake. Skip, 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 sink, and let it stay there. That's someone else's problem. All right, Libra? I think you know what it is that I'm saying. So let's go ahead and shuffle with the Oracle and see what comes up for you there, Libra. What does Libra need to hear and see? Especially when it comes to advice. Skip that rock into the lake. That's your advice, Libra. Wow. Wow. Libra, the first cards to show up for you are actually gratitude. And this is giving gratitude for the fact that your situation, your circumstances are changing. Even in the midst of it, it might be giving you a headache, or it's not the most beautiful place to be in right now. But you can work your magic, which is what the universe is saying for you right now. Giving gratitude for the sake, for the fact that things have ended that needed to end. Taking a step back and seeing how far you have come, how far you have grown, and giving gratitude to yourself for getting you here today, for working so hard to change the energy, to change the outcome, and to switch your luck, to put you in a position where your luck can be switched for the better. So that's something that Spirit is asking you to focus on right now. When it comes to working your magic, Libra, this can be working your magic when it comes to protection spells, invisibility spells, which I know some of you guys are like, Jess, being invisible isn't real. That's not true. I actually have a tattoo here that kind of represents the power of invisibility and not being seen by everything and everyone. There was a quote that stood out to me a while ago that really resonated with me. It said that like beautiful things, right? Like everybody wants to be beautiful. Everybody wants to be gifted. Everybody wants to be talented. And people see that beauty, they see that light, they see that talent, but so too do the wolves, right? So if you're a good person, or if you're someone in any way, shape, or form that has something that others want, that benefit off of, you have to be even more particular and even more strategic with your protection and your invisibility, and making sure that you're not seen by everyone, because there will be people who will want to feast off of your energy. And that's the next card here that's showing up as the card energy. Being really careful and mindful about where your energy goes, where it's flowing, and who is flowing towards you and what is flowing towards you. Make sure that it's not something that is providing a headache towards you, or anything that's just gonna like fuck up your vibe. Pardon my French, but I don't really want to do better today. I choose violence today with you, Libra. I'm just kidding. Not violence, but I choose to curse today. I do. So, yeah, Libra, that's what I'm seeing for you. I also need to move my microphone because you guys, every time I slam my hand down, I'm sure it's radiating into the microphone. I'll move it in the future. I will do better next time. What else does Libra need to hear? Also, with working your magic, Libra, I just feel like, really, and maybe me showing you that I do have a tattoo for invisibility on my arm, maybe you guys are doing the same thing, or maybe that's something that you need to hear or incorporate, is like a totem or something that protects you, something that keeps you invisible from being seen. Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords card, sometimes people look at this like, oh, this is negative, this is malicious, this is deceptive, this is sneaky and hiding. Sometimes the intent, it's all about your intention. Like, if you're hiding because you have something to hide that is, you stole it from someone, that's different than someone who is hiding because they're walking in a dangerous situation, or their path calls them to where they could potentially be seen by people that are evil and have evil intention. So Seven of Swords is not negative, guys. Like, you are Seven of Wands reversed. This means that it would be wise for you to fall back so that you're not engaging in energies that just simply are not. The Emperor reversed is tough. It's not something that I would like to cross paths with often. Like, you can stay away, Emperor reverse. Same thing with, what's another card that I get annoyed with? Well, Five of Swords, definitely. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. The Electric Eel Spirit is so funny that it came through, because as soon as I'm seeing this card, what it reminds me of, okay, let me show it to you. Electric Eel Spirit, bring your ideas to life, right? So this is you being able to bring your ideas to life, of course, through magic, through intention, but also focusing on your energy so that you also, I see with the Electric Eel Spirit, this is really protective. The eel is known for its ability to protect itself. If you touch the eel, you're going to get electrically shocked. Why? Because you were fucking with it, and you shouldn't have been fucking with it to begin with. Libra, that's where you guys are at right now. I feel like you need to electric shock some people and some things out of your life. They should not be touching you. That sounds weird, but like, if they don't have consent, and if it's not consensual, if it's not reciprocated, they can go kick rocks. They can be that rock that skip, plunk into the bottom of the lake, Libra. So I do see that with the eel showing up. And with the message here, bring your ideas to life, I feel like this is, the idea here is actually you. Like, you are the image of what you see yourself to be and what you are manifesting your life to look like. That is the idea. That is coming to life. What does that look like for you? When you are off the radar, when you are not being hunted, I hate the fact that that's what's coming through, is hunted. But when you are not being seen and pursued and fucked with and bothered with or engaged with, you are clearing your aura. Like, you're clear, you're in the clear to kind of do what you need to do. So that leads me to the next card here that we have for you, Armadillo Spirit. Set healthy boundaries. That means, like, you stay over there, you stay over there, you're cool, you can come in, you can go fuck yourself, you're my best friend, you know, you get 15% of me, you get 50% of me because you're cool. You know, it's like, where does everyone stand? Where they stand right now and where your boundaries lie has nothing to do with how much you love them, how much you care about them, how much history you guys have. It's what you need right now. Regardless of the dynamic of the relationship, this is what you need right now. And anybody who crosses that can get electrically shocked. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yep. The next cards you have here are Antelope Spirit. Life is speeding up. It sure is. And it was in 2024. For a lot of you guys, life was just like a lot happened in 2024. So in 2025, you guys are like, like, you know, I get it. But this is change. This is good change. It's continuing change. And you've come so far, so you can't, try not to expect what happened then and what you're running away from or what you're racing away from or what you're racing to bother you today, especially if you are enforcing those boundaries and maintain the strong front. There's a reason why you had to set those boundaries to begin with. There's this video that I saw on my Instagram, like a quick reel, and I wish that I had all of you guys' phone numbers. I would send it to you so you could see what it is that is a really good metaphor. Basically, it's like everybody, it's like these little cartoon character people like drawn to life, and each one of them has like a circle around. Everybody has their own circle. Someone has a red circle, someone has like a dotted blue circle, someone has like 3 circles that are yellow, and then the person with the red dotted meets the person with the 3 yellow, and they're like, damn, they hurt you. And that person is like, yeah. Those circles represent the boundaries that we need based upon where we're at right now. And they change and they shift depending on how we feel. So, and it's not personal, it just is what it is. You need time. Libra, that is you. Okay. The next few cards that we have here are Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. And then we have the Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Now, I don't necessarily really like the Fox Spirit here because I don't want to manifest any more speed for you when it comes to getting out of situations, Libra, you know, especially when your boundaries are being called. It's like being called into question or being called into strength right now. It reminds me of someone who's grocery shopping and they see someone they recognize and they're like, huh! And they push their cart and like dive out of the bread aisle into the freezer section and they like hide with the ice creams, like, don't fucking see me, bro, you know. That's how I feel this card is giving, and that metaphor is very trivial and light. But some of you guys are really thinking on your feet to kind of dodge out of certain situations, like ooh. And this is thinking smart, working smarter, not harder, to help you where you're at right now. And this is, I think, one of the reasons why gratitude is one of the words that's coming through for you, Libra, because Spirit is really working with you to protect you, to provide for you, look out for you. And not that you need to say thank you, but it's going to help you get through any season of doubt and discomfort, because it's going to remind you how much you're being looked after and protected right now, Libra. And yeah, if you're going through a difficult time, I see you, not in a creepy way, especially when we're talking about what we're talking about here. But if you're going through a difficult time, Libra, I see you. Let's talk about your love life or love romance. Ow, ouch, my anklet was biting my ankle. Libra's love life. This card definitely wants to jump out. Ooh. Libra. All right. Whatever, yo. Okay, so the first card to jump out is pay attention to the red flags. Libra. The next card is reconciliation. How about not? Guys, listen. Do not get back with an ex. Don't go back to where you came from. Don't do it. We are not taking steps back in 2025. Not when the energy looks like this. 5 of Swords, reversed. We're not doing that. We are changing our luck and our karma. Wheel of Fortune. This is our new normal, King of Pentacles. Better, way better than the Emperor reversed. Way better. So like 7 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, but also 7 of Wands. Take a step back, look, see, and make sure that we're not reconciling with the red flags, whatever that looks like, or that we're not incorporating the energies that made it possible for any type of negative energy to linger as long as it has. Not in 2025, Libra. Come on. We are in this together, bro. Come on. We got this. Libra, let's reflect on this one, okay? Sit. Journal. Reflect. Therapy really helps too. Talking to someone, asking for help in any way, shape, or form that help can look like, right? Let's go ahead and incorporate that so that we can find better solutions and change our karma and our path for the better in 2025. Wash. Someone's going to be doing like a washing, like a energetic bath. If my apothecary was open, I would totally recommend a few things for you from there. I'm actually looking at some of the herbs right now, but we're going to energy bathe ourselves, right? And set the record straight. Get that energy going. So, Libra, that is your reading, my loves. I love you guys. I really do. Scorpio is next. Scorpio. 26. Scorpio is next. What is going on with Scorpio for 2025 for the month of January? Oh my God. Scorpio, my daughter's a Scorpio. How funny. Can you believe that? I have a kid. What? Jess is a mom. Since when? Since Scorpio season. Scorpios, welcome back. Welcome to your reading. What do we need to hear for the month of January for you, Scorpios? What's the vibe? Oh my God, it's so weird. I thought of February for you, which is so interesting. Specifically Valentine's Day. So let's put a pin in that, Scorpio, because maybe Valentine's Day is going to be important to you in some way, shape, or form this year. There might be something going on. So interesting. High Priestess reverse, Scorpio. Clarify the Five of Swords for me. What does that mean? Reverse. Oh my God. Clarify the Knight of Cups. It's so funny, like, these energies are so collective. Like, they're very, 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 very similar. Scorpio, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck for you. So this could represent new beginnings when it comes to love, romance, relationships, emotions, like emotional freshness. Scorpio, the first card to jump out for you, though, is along with the Ace of Cups, is the High Priestess, and that connects you to your intuition, and vibes, and sensing, and being intuitive. Scorpio, I'm getting something similar to sleep with you, or rest, or restoring, or balance, and quiet, and dormant. I'm also getting the vision of, like, I think it's like a groundhog, believe it or not. Some of you guys might be hunkering into the earth, which means like grounding is symbolic for grounding yourself, hiding away. Actually, now I think about it, Libra's really similar with that too. Hunkering in, hunkering down. Some of you guys, it's resting. Some of you guys are just not feeling productive, which is productive, oddly enough. When you don't feel like you're being productive usually, and you need to like rest, something is being resurrected here, and it's usually like your energy is rebuilding itself. Scorpio, I just feel like you've gone through a lot. Like, same thing with Libra. You, in the past, you've had something like end, right? Like a cycle of your life ended, and something new, like a new territory, a new chapter is unfolding. And before you really are in the midst of that new chapter, it's almost like in January, you're restoring yourself, you're building, you're growing. It's like you're a muscle that's recovering after an intense workout, and it will prove itself in the future, or it will be useful in the future, but for right now, it's like you're in a space of recovery. So Scorpio, allow yourself to recover. That's one of the reasons why I feel like you have the Queen of Wands here reversed. It's not that you're a bitch, because the Queen of Wands reverse can be that word. It's more that she's full of strength and vitality, but she's not out yet demonstrating all of those traits and those qualities, because she's restoring her energy right now. She is connecting. What you're connecting with is going to be different for every person. It could be the divine, it could be spirituality, it could be your higher self, it could be your intuition, it could be just restoring your sleep schedule that got whacked on the side in 2024. So in 2025, your New Year's resolution is to sleep better and to feel better and to take care of yourself better. But Scorpio, I just feel like you are in a season of restoring yourself in 2025 for the month of January. Ace of Pentacles is here reversed. You can't see it, but I'll show you. Ace of Pentacles reversed. And this is just trying to plant the seed, but it needs to be watered. And that's what 2025 in January is about. It's about watering the seed that you planted and giving it time to grow. Be patient with yourself. Eight of Pentacles reverse and Knight of Cups reverse. These are energies that will present themselves. Things will work out, but for right now, they are in a season of recovery. There's really no way to say it. There was really no other way to say it. So let's go ahead and shuffle these cards, Scorpio. I do get you it's like sleepy or restory, or look at that. You have the Forest Temple as the first card to come through. And it's connected to the word enlightenment. I'll show you in a second. This is when we retreat and go into a sacred space, like a sanctuary, in order to gain wisdom, in order to, bing, have the light turn on. And oftentimes we do that. It comes in like our quiet time, our yoga practice, right? Our intuitive practice, the High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. Look at this. Both of these cards are clearly seeking some form of enlightenment, Scorpio, and that's exactly what it is that you're about to receive, is a download, for sure. Scorpio, you also got with this card, Aspen Spirit, Courage. Aspen is also sheds and releases and lets go. And I feel like sometimes, Scorpio, like asking deep questions, asking questions, like taking time out to spiritually quench, it takes a lot of courage, a lot of bravery to receive the download and then pivot according to what you hear. Intuitively, what is it you hear? So there's something on the horizon here. And it seems like nothing is happening when we're not productive, but oftentimes those times where we are not moving, not chasing, not pursuing, not building are the times that are actually more productive than the times that we're physically moving, because that's when we're getting real, true direction and clarity that saves us a whole lot of time, precious time in our lives. Let me go ahead and look at the Gypsy Witch Tarot here. Oh, look at that. That card jumped out. This is the Star card, ensuring success in all our ventures. So Scorpio, if you are feeling nervous or discontent or just like, oh my God, like I just need a sign that I'm on the right path, this is that sign. You also have the Sun card here that connects us to vitality and health. Yep. And wow, you have the Fish card, which represents abundance and fertility. And then also the Safe, which is something gets locked off, locked away, and shut off. And in this case, I think that that's you kind of closing the door on the outside world so that you can tap into this wealth of abundance that's going to come through in intuitive messages, intuitive downloads, guidance, clarity, ideas, you name it. That's really, really, that's real wealth right there. Okay, let's go ahead, Scorpio, and look at your relationships, shall we? While you hopefully feel this energy and are like, I'm gonna lie down, I'm gonna get a little cozier, I'm gonna get my heated blanket, and I'm just gonna be quiet. All right. So Scorpio, the cards that came for you, I love this. The cards that came for you are new love. So there's something new here that you're falling in love with, or someone here that you might be falling in love with. You have attraction here. There's an interest here that's growing. You have trust in the relationships that you've already established, that you've already built. And then you have free yourself. So I feel like this is something that you freed yourself from in the past, like something that you literally just broke away from, a season in your life that you just ended, a new chapter, and now you're falling in love with life again, with love, with yourself. And you may not necessarily feel it right now, especially if it's all brand new, if it's all fresh for you. But either way, it just feels like you're building a bond that's going to last a lifetime. I want to tell you too that this isn't something that can be rushed, Scorpio. Take your time with this season. Take your time with new love. Take your time with whatever is in your life now that you are discovering. You might be discovering yourself. There's no need to rush out of this. This is a very, like, time itself is wealth, right? The time that you have, the time that you take, it's precious. So be present with it. Don't rush out of this. Like, you have time here, Scorpio. You don't need to change anything, really. Meaning, like, you don't need to, when I say change anything, like, you could be in the midst of incredible change, like, around you, right? And you may be changing, but you don't need to do anything to help this along outside of be open. And I also just heard the word endorse. Like, something might be, like, backing you up. Like, you might be receiving an endorsement of some. That's not a specific message for someone who is a Scorpio. Interesting. Okay, the last cards that I'm going to be shuffling from is from this deck. Let's go ahead and see. Yep, you have whale spirit. Whale. Trust the great mystery. Exactly. I feel like, Scorpio, you guys are going to be getting really magical downloads for sure. And as if that card in itself didn't speak loud enough, we have the crow spirit, who is magical all by himself. And it says co-create with spirit. Exactly. So there's going to be a download. There's going to be enlightenment. There's going to be divine intervention. There's going to be intuitive downloads. This is looking really good. But Scorpio, the way to tap into and receive this wealth is by closing yourself off, so to speak, from the rest of the world and the distraction and the noise. Literally, you have the safe here, kind of locking the door on the outside world so that you can receive this wealth. Fish card, fertility, growth, abundance, and this magic mystery. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, for some of you guys, you might actually be getting pregnant. That took a turn, right? For someone here, you might actually be getting pregnant, especially with the Emperor card upright. Very, very interesting. It could talk about, like, cycles, like women's cycles, and I don't say the mystery, because even though that did come through, but how magical that process is beyond the physical of it. Although that too can be pretty magical. I'm just kidding. But yeah, someone here there might be some conception going on here. Very, very interesting. All right, Scorpio, so that is your reading. You'll definitely have to let me know how this blessing is going to be unfolding for you, because it feels like it's going to be pretty powerful, to be honest, from what I can see. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Sagittarius, who is my next. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. What is it that you need to hear for January 2025? What do you need to hear for January 2025? It's so funny because the visual that I just got was an Amazon box, but like retaped like an Amazon box that was clearly open, taped up, and it's sitting on your porch or something, and then you open it and you're like, okay, is this an Amazon package? And you open it and it's something totally different than what it was that you're expecting. And it's giving like an engagement box. So I'm wondering if Sagittarius, someone who's Sagittarius, is going to be getting engaged, or life is about to surprise them in some way. Like it may look like something, but it's something totally different that exceeds expectations. But Sagittarius, let's go ahead and see what your oracle cards in your tarot has to say. Interesting. Can you clarify the Three of Swords for me, please? Interesting that someone here might have had a breakup or a separation of some sort. Some type of discontentment and disappointment with life, or the turning of life in 2024 or recent, or at least Spirit is bringing that up. It may have to do with a separation from someone, like splitting up, Sagittarius. Something really not working out. It could be a partnership of some sort. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although we will be looking into your love life and your romance reading. I see a separation of some sort that you were just not, you were not here for it. Even if it was like 4 years ago or 5 years or 6 years ago, somehow, some way, you're reflecting on it now, Sagittarius. You may be working on your healing. And you may see how things that have ended, you're going to start seeing how things that have ended and even created heartbreak for you ended up being like a serious blessing in disguise. At first, it's going to come through you reflecting and thinking about it and making sense of it all. Sagittarius, if you had a separation, this kind of makes sense for you a little bit. If you had a separation a while ago, you might have been distracting yourself from feeling, and then when you've distracted yourself enough and you sit and you process it, it starts to fall together and things start to make sense, and you start to understand the blessing and how you are changed from it for the better. You know, when people kind of like experience serious heartbreak and they say to themselves, how am I ever going to live through this? Like, how do I ever pick up the pieces and love life again? Like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to have fun and to not face the difficulty of this emotion. And then you rage, you run, you jump, you do all the things, and then life kind of quiets, and then you see somehow you're having your heart broke you open in some way that makes you not fear life and love ever again. And Sagittarius, that's what I see for you. I feel like in parts of yourself that you were guarded and divisive is the word. Like, you've separated yourself from. Like, you don't identify with it because you don't ever sit with it. You know, you don't ever look at it. You don't ever want to see it. You don't look at the difficult parts of yourselves. You're not the parts of yourself that you may not necessarily be proud of, the parts of yourself that you may not necessarily understand. You're gonna be cracked open, or you have been cracked open, and you're gonna be so open to love and intimacy and vulnerability in a way that you may not have expected before. There's a part of you or something that you wouldn't allow yourself to see or experience or sit with or process, and you will do it. And it just opens you up. Heartbreak has a way of doing that, Sagittarius. And I feel like somehow, some way, January 2025 is going to open your heart in a good way. It does feel like this heartbreak has already occurred, However, if it happens in this month, do know that it changes your heart for the better, like for real, and makes you love without bounds, without restriction, without confinement, without expectation or obligation, very freely into the future. It changes you. You may find love. Yeah. You may find love in spaces where you thought it would never. You would never. You have the first card we have here is the Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. And then Vulture Spirit, nothing is wasted. So with this card, nothing is wasted. It's reminding me of like how when things end, it's not without, it doesn't come without reason. Like it doesn't come without its own blessing. And the blessing is in the abundance that came from the ending, from the pain, from the thing that rotted, you know? So Sagittarius, I feel like your heart is opening somehow. Like there's a part of you that gets activated. There's a part of you that opens in this month because of past things that needed to rot. Or sometimes like if something does rot, it eats away at the fleshy parts that weren't going to last anyway, they're just temporary. And then what gets left behind is something that is a treasure, something that you can use, something that you can put to good use. And in this case, I feel like it's openness to life and love and the experience, all of this here today. It makes you feel like if nothing lasts forever, then why would I stop myself from loving as big and as loud and as long as I can? If it's not going to last forever, then why wouldn't I try to shoot for everything? You know, why wouldn't I want to experience it all? It's really beautiful. Let's look at your love life, Sagittarius. Let's see what's coming up, what's coming through with this. Ooh, very nice, Sagittarius, very nice. The cards that jumped out for you first is very soon, very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Ooh, we got attraction, and then we have wedding. I'm not saying that you're going to get married in 24 hours, but I'm not saying. I'm just kidding. You know, anything can happen. There have been crazier things, right? Whether you're married now or not, something's very soon, attraction and wedding. And then in the future, you have the Ace of Cups card, which is just a gift. Also, do you remember my vision in the very beginning of your reading? It was like an Amazon box that looked like it was open and taped up. And then it's like you open it and you're like, I literally said that there was an engagement ring that was in there, something that you wouldn't expect. This is giving that. Like there's something that's going to come very soon into your life that doesn't look like it's, you know, anything that you're expecting, and that ends up being something that you truly, truly treasure. I do want to say, Sagittarius, did I say Aries? Have I said Aries in this entire time? There might be a connection to an Aries here because I am getting this really, really strong spirit of Aries in your reading, which is wild because I worked on Aries reading a while ago. Anyway, there is this message here that I want to tell you guys of with the King of Swords and the Ten of Swords showing up. There was a time where you would have been locked off, and like separated from a part of yourself or something that you are going to be transformed of now that you have avoided it. It could be a place, it could be a person, it could be an energy, it could be a truth, it could be a reality shift. But there's something here that you were not seeing, not wanting to see, not wanting to face. And in not facing it, it found you. And in finding you, it changes you. And in changing you, you become open. And in becoming open, there's the blessing. And it's so interesting how the universe works to make that happen. Flexibility is the next card to jump out. Ooh, Beauty is the next card to jump out. And Enlightenment. Yep. So there's some type of shift here. Openness. I've lived, I've learned that you are going to be experiencing. Beauty, that goes without saying. You gorgeous creature, you creature of the night, you wood nymph. And then the Willow Spirit, flexibility. It's like staying open, right? And I just feel, Sagittarius, that you naturally will do that. You don't need anybody to tell you that, but it's your flexibility that is going to be helping you again in the situation. And you're going to see the benefit of it very, 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 very soon. Let me just shuffle from the Gypsy Witch Tarot deck really quick, just to see what's in that Amazon box. You know what I mean? What's in that Amazon box? Okay. Oh, it's it could be an invitation. We have the letter here and wine. So it could be, ooh, it could be just, it's like literally discovery. The book here represents discovery, things that we discover, that we read, that we learn. The next card we have here is wine, connecting us to like partying, having fun, celebration, things that are worth celebrating. And the letter represents an actual letter, message, communication that we hear, and it teaches us something that we like. Oh my gosh, you want to go on a date? You want to have a business together? You want to go on a trip? You are forgiving me of my student loans? What? You know, it's some type of message here that you were avoiding, that you didn't want to see, that you didn't want to address, and it found you. And now your situation has changed for the better. I see this as heart opening in a good way. Have you guys read Eat, Pray, Love? That's something that is coming through a little bit for you, Sagittarius. All right, next one is Capricorn. Capricorn is next. What does Capricorn need to hear, see, receive for January 2025? Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? Capricorn, you're taking a look, and as I was, and like you're assessing, but as I was saying that, I heard the word blind. And then when I heard the word blind, I heard, it reminded me of blind spot, like it connected me to the energy of blind spot. Like when we don't see something, it's like for whatever reason we don't see it. This is a blind spot for you. What does that mean for them, Spirit? Why are you using the word blind spot? Something that you don't see. King of Swords, which is so funny. It's like something that you consistently not see, Capricorn. Like you miss it. King of Swords is very observant, but reversed, he doesn't see. He misses. It's a detail that's missed. Ten of Swords is something that is like ended. Like something that should be, I heard the word severe, like severely ended, severely cut, crossed, canceled, clocked out. And King of Pentacles is the card of security, stability, longevity. So whatever this is, it's something that you continue to miss. Like you continue, it's like we expect you to miss this, Capricorn. We expect you to overlook it to the point of your own detriment. What is that thing? I'm going to actually shuffle from this deck really quickly. What are they not seeing? And then Seven of Pentacles is so funny because look, I can't make this up. The next card for you is this fox. It's sly. It's something that it like betrays you. Like you don't see it. It sneaks in and it takes your eggs in the middle of the night. If you had chickens. Look, coffin. Ten of Swords again. Something that is interesting. You actually have the eye here representing, oh, my baby is waking up. Whenever I hear her, I always just want to pick up and just be like, gotta go. Gotta give huggies. Gotta comfort. She's with her grandma right now, though. Anyway, yeah, there's something here that you, Capricorn, you consistently miss it, or you consistently don't see this. It's in your blind spot. It's a blind spot. It's an opportunity for growth, an opportunity to resolve this. It's so funny too, because you have the Four of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles. It's like, again, like sleeping on something that you would be better off if you saw it. And because you can't see it, you move on without it. And it makes it harder for you. Because Six of Swords is here, Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed is like, we should have collabed. Like if you saw this tool, then you grabbed it, it would make your life easier. Capricorn, I think that's what's going on here. Is like, you're going to see how you're going to find a solution in a place where your life would be better off if you incorporated this bit to help you. It's something that you look back and you're like, why didn't I see this the entire time? Why didn't I see this? Capricorn, this reading is going to be tough for you and probably frustrating, because you're going to be like, Jess, what the fuck is it? Pardon my French. Why can't you say whatever it is? But I think it's one of those things that at the end of January, you look back and you revisit this reading and you'll be like, oh, that's what it was. For some of you guys, you're going to try to force yourself and this reading to fit. And I appreciate that as your reader, because that means that, you know, I'm doing my job and you're making it happen. But I, as an actual intuitive and someone who is not trying to take advantage of people here, I actually want you to not try to force this message to fit, and maybe set a time in your calendar, and put this link to your video, put this link to this video in your calendar, and then listen to it at the end of January and see what you weren't seeing. Whatever it is consistent. Yeah, Spirit's being like, I don't want to say selfish, but Spirit's being cryptic like it always does. You know when it's like, oh, High Priestess, like, you know the answer. It's like, well, then if I knew the answer, I wouldn't be sitting here shuffling a tarot card trying to find the answer though, right? But yeah, High Priestess reverse and the Ace of Wands. These cards were reversed, even though I'm showing them to you upright. It's something like, it's like an idea or a fresh start, a fresh path, a new chapter. And when you look back, you're like, oh, again, why didn't I do this before? Like, all this time I've kind of been laboring through life or doing life this way, when if I would have just seen this, or if I would have just done this, it would have made my life a lot easier. Capricorn, that's what you're doing. You had a blind spot here for whatever reason. That's what Spirit is saying. There's a blind spot. And it was making the journey, it was making life a little harder, complicated than it needed to be. Oh. Yep. Okay, well, the cards that you have here are, now is a lucky time. So once you see this, your luck changes quickly too. And things grow faster, better. It's like being a business owner and being a business person and figuring things out, and then you take like a class for business and accounting and you're like, what? Like, duh. Like, it's like how you wouldn't have known if you didn't take the class, but then you take the class and you're like, why didn't I do this before? This makes my life so much easier. It's one of those types of things. Hummingbird Spirit, be here now. It's like ending something that didn't work only to like, it's like ending something, like not doing something this way, finally, because you have a new solution here. It's like taking a railroad taking a train on the railroad instead of walking. Like, why didn't I take the train? Like, I would have gotten there faster. It's like, well, Capricorn, you were set in your ways and we try to tell you, but you don't want to listen. So that's why. It's so funny. Capricorn, what I'm trying to say is there's a solution here. All that to say that you found a solution. Like, oh, duh. Oh my God, guys, look, you have chaos here and acceptance. Literally, like, a part of your life was like chaotic and didn't make sense. It just wasn't meh. And then you finally like accepted it. You're like, oh, yes, this makes sense. Or some of you guys, you're accepting help. Instead of you trying to do it, instead of you trying to solve the problem, instead of you laboring, finally, Three of Pentacles from reverse to upright, you've accepted the help and you're like, okay, thank you. I needed that help. This isn't as bad as I thought it was. This is exactly what it is I needed. This doesn't make me any less of a business owner or a person or whatever. Six of Swords. Now, all of a sudden, things that were rocky now start to move more fluid. Like they start to work out better than they did in the past. Now, all of a sudden, it's a lucky time. Is it a lucky time, or did you finally accept the help? Right, Capricorn? Where's the microphone? Right, Capricorn? Let's look at your love life, Capricorn. Oy vey. Oh, children. So cute. Capricorn, I'm getting the gym for you. Like going to the gym. Ooh. Wow. So you got past life relationship, forgiving and learning. So no, this does not mean that you're about to reconnect with your ex or rekindle, because that is not at all what it is that I'm getting. At all. What I'm seeing is you're learning from the way that you would do things, and you're like, okay, let me not... When you incorporate something to help you, to make you more successful, that's designed to help you, then, okay, when you accept that help in your life, then your life becomes more smoother. This is not an invitation or a nudge or a sign that you're going to reconnect with your ex. That's not where this is going. I promise you that, Capricorn. So don't take the conversation there. What I'm saying is I just feel like you're learning a new way. Like you are, especially with the word forgiving, like something that didn't work, you found a solution for it, and and things become better. They become smoother. You're forgiving. It works better, right? Past life relationship means like you keep doing the same thing, like you've been doing, like wash, rinse, and repeat. Why are we doing it that way? There's a solution here. If you're open to it, it'll clear out the chaos so that there is something new. And you may, Capricorn, children, you may be learning, right? You may be hopefully open to this learning and growth. What I'm trying to say, Capricorn, too, is I don't know if I necessarily see this. Even when I'm trying to talk to you about love and relationships, it's kind of going back to the original message. It's not to say that love isn't here. Yeah. It's not to say that love isn't here for you. I just feel like it's not the center, right? It's not the center. It's not the focus. Yeah. If this does have anything to do with love, it's having to do with cutting out, choosing a certain type of person again and again, expecting things to be a specific way. And then when they don't come that way, it kind of blocks out your blessings. So then you realize that you have this pattern of choosing this and doing this, and then it's been stopping from love from thriving, and growing and being fertile. And then when you live and you learn and you do differently and you discover that, then all of a sudden you can have a different outcome. But that's me trying to force the message into relationship reading. But I see this more as figuring out that blind spot, seeing the blind spot, fixing the blind spot. And when you fix that blind spot, you change, you pivot, because now you see it. And life becomes more easy, more seamless, instead of turbulent and you struggling through things all the time. I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. So thank you guys so much for sitting with me. And now let's move on to Aquarius. What is going on for them in 2025? January 25, Aquarius. Capricorn is going to be so mad with me with their reading, I can already tell. let's see how you feel about your reading, Aquarius. Do you have any Capricorn rising, like Capricorn in your chart? That's not a trick question. I'm just curious. All right, what does Aquarius need to hear? Aquarius, I feel like a blessing for you. When was the last time you asked for a blessing over yourself, right? Like a baptism almost. Oh my gosh. And then we have the Hierophant reversed. Well, even though it's a Hierophant reversed, in this case, the way that I have it situated in my mind when I was shuffling the cards, it's like it doesn't matter if it's reversed or upright. This represents to me baptism and rituals and rites that we do to protect ourselves. So, and maybe not even to protect ourselves, but just to provide a blessing and the divine, connect us closer to the divine. Interesting. You have the Temperance card, 3 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, Page of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. Very positive reading, Aquarius. Wow. Aquarius, I think you need to hear that things are working out. I also think that you need to pray to the divine. Like, go to your ritual. Go to your ritual space, your sacred space. Set intention for intimacy, connection, softness, partnership, union, blessings, wishes. Set the intention that life, like the parts of you that you want and see for yourself, that they seamlessly work out. Set the intention that life is easy and effortless, how things all fall together and how they pan out together. Set the intention for partnership and connection and intimacy. Did I say softness yet? Love. Aquarius, I just feel like you're so open and ready to lean on someone, to put your head on someone's shoulder. It's just time, Aquarius. It's really just time. If you've been going through a difficult time with your partner or with love, I feel like that's going to resolve itself. Sometimes things just need to take time. If you have prayed over it and you're not someone who prays consistently every day about it, then the one prayer or someone else's prayer is stepping forward and acting as a blessing and provides more luck and goodness and gifts when it comes to this thing so that it starts to work out. Also, Aquarius, you may need to set intention and pray and like for help to help you to navigate through life so that it's more enjoyable, so that it's more enjoyable and so that you're not alone. Like Aquarius, I don't know if you're necessarily alone because you could be around a lot of people. At the center of your reading, you have the 3 of Cups here. The 3 of Cups is the card of coming together, celebration, fun, joy, having a good time. So Aquarius, there's definitely that. Don't get me wrong, but I just wanted to kind of like encourage you to even put more of a blessing to help you enjoy it all, like have it all, enjoy it all, receive it all. There's nothing wrong with getting more of that in your life. It just feels like a big blessing. Aquarius, I see you having fun. I see you being in a place where you can be soft, where some of you guys are learning through meeting something or someone for the first time. It's like falling in love with someone and then seeing the best of yourself, the best version of yourself coming out because of the newness of this relationship, and just promising the best of yourself. Like, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to do over. I'm going to make this work. And that's why I want to encourage you, Aquarius, to kind of set intention for that to happen. Not that you can't do it on your own, because you can, but when you invite the divine in, your angels and your guides and your ancestors, it helps you to connect with more solutions to make that even more possible and real and easy and effortless. What I'm getting at, Aquarius, is like there's some type of relationship here. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be family. It could be a friend. It could be a neighbor. It could be a business partner. How you help a stranger on the street, how it changes you to want to be the best version of yourself. There's something here that's activating that and pulling that out of you, Aquarius. And that's a beautiful thing. That's literally all here. with that being said, though, I want to encourage you to ask again for that blessing to help you to allow this part of you, this newness within you, to achieve that. I also feel like for some of you guys, again, you're finding you're healing yourself through a new relationship. Like you're healing yourself through something that is full of potential. It's a chance for you, I don't want to say to prove yourself, but to do it right this time. I don't know what that means for you, but that's what I'm seeing here. Let's look at your oracle cards and see what they need to say to you. This card for sure. Ha! Oh, I lost that card. Oh my God. Don't make me cry. Okay. I'm a new mom. I cry over everything these days. So the first oracle card for you is New Beginnings. The second card for you is Purity, Unicorn. The third card is Sanctuary, Mystic Meadow. Do you guys kind of see how this all kind of connects? There's like some new beginning that's just like so pure and so fresh and so like, I'm not going to fuck this up. And that you want to protect it, Sanctuary. That's why I'm like, I really want to see you kind of like pray about it and set intention, because it's not like you can't, but it just makes it easier and more real and more possible when you invite your spiritual team in to help you to be successful in these things. Especially as human beings, we are pure, but we're not perfect. Oftentimes we try to be pure, some of us. It depends on your intention. What else do we have here? Oh my God. We have Let It Shine. And for you, Aquarius, I see this as your heart and your intention and your love and your will, your desire. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Yeah, some of you guys are feeling like a chance to do over, to get it right this time. You've lived, you've learned from the past, and now you want to give the best of yourself to the situation, to the circumstance. The next card you have here, Freedom, is yours. So the time that you have, that you're given right now, you can do with it what you will, and you're choosing to be the best version of yourself. The next card, wow, we have Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. For some of you guys, you're separating from the things that don't make you a better person, that like take too much, to take from you in a way that doesn't give you the chance to give the best of yourself in the way that you wish to in this season in your life. And with the brown bear, sometimes when I see the brown bear, I think about like hibernation and hiding out, but I don't see this as hibernation for you. I see this as you coming out of the cave and you using this as a chance, again, not to prove yourself, but to give the best of yourself to this situation. Canary Spirit, sing your own song. This is about doing things literally from the heart, open, like not censoring yourself, just like a little bird, just like giving the best of its song every single day. Every time the sun rises, the bird says, I'm going to sing the hardest that I can, and I'm going to give it to the world. I don't care if nobody hears me or sees me or acknowledges my song. I've got a song to sing. And Aquarius, that's so many of you guys. You're putting your best foot forward, because you're not repeating the mistakes of the past. You have a fresh start. You have the freedom to make new choices, and you're going to give the best of yourself. And I really do see that, and I support it 1000%. Let's look at your love life and your romance through the romance cards. Whoa. Wow. You deserve love. I also feel like you deserve this opportunity, reconciliation, interesting, and unrequited love. Wow. So this is you really wanting to give the best of yourself and reconcile the parts of yourself that feel like they weren't, like if you could do it all over again, like I feel like you would do some things differently, you know? What would those things be? And that's where you're going to zero in and really narrow and get it this time. Like that's the message that I'm getting from these cards, 1000%. And that's not me trying to sugarcoat. I feel like that's just the true message here. So Aquarius, wow. I really, 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 really want to encourage you to set intention, or if you're not spiritual, which would be interesting, the fact that you're here on a tarot with me, you know, when we talk spirituality all the time. But I can imagine that some people cross paths with my readings because a friend or a family member says, oh, you should listen to her reading. But yeah, I just want to encourage you to set intention and to pray or whatever works for you, because it just will put you on the right foot, Aquarius, for sure. Now let's go ahead and move on to Pisces. You are the next person, and last but not least, the very last that I'm reading for. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What do you need to hear? Sun, moon, and rising. And shout out to my mom, who is not a Pisces, so I don't know if she's ever going to hear this message, but shout out to my mom for watching our little one so that I can do all these readings for you guys. Like, I can't believe I just did all of the 12 zodiac. Well, 11, now 12. Watch she starts crying, and I would have spoken too soon. So thanks, Mom, for watching the baby so I can do this, because I've been itching to shuffle and pull for you guys. I love the tarot so much. I'm sure you guys know that, because I would be like, oh, I'm on maternity leave, and I was, but then I would still be shuffling for Behati Love notes and just doing my ritual, which is so important to me. It's not really work if it doesn't feel like work, even if you love it, you know, when you love it. Anyway, Pisces 2025, what do they need to hear? This card really wants to jump out. Oh, wow. Okay, Pisces. Holy freaking shit. There's so many tarot cards. Literally, I only tried to shuffle like 5, and I got like 1,500. Okay, pardon my French for cursing, but also sorry, not sorry, because I love being a spicy little mouth. Okay, I've been saying that for years too, like, oh, I'm gonna stop cursing. Like, okay, 5 years later, still cursing. Pisces, Pisces. First of all, I'm overwhelmed with the amount of cards that you got. I wasn't expecting this many. It is what it is, though. Pisces, you deserve it. Pisces, I feel like you... 2025, January 2025 for Pisces is like holding in a sneeze. That's what these cards are giving. And I think that you should just let it go. Like, instead of trying to hold it all together, Pisces, do you remember that you are magical, that you are creative, that you are intuitive, that you are brilliant, that you cannot be contained and confined to any one thing, that you don't need to have any labels on you, that you cannot be labeled? It's like you are getting, it's like you're trying to fit yourself. If you were goo, Pisces, right? Like if you were sludge, well, no, the slimy stuff that you can get from Target that comes in beautiful colors, bright pink, bright purples with glitter and little balls in there that when you squish it, they make noise. It's like trying to put all of that magical goo into a plastic container and then sealing it and then throwing it into all these different corporations all over the world. Pisces, you are just so magical and so sparkling that you don't need to fit into those boxes. You can just be this moldable fluid goo that everybody loves to play with. That sounds weird. But what I'm trying to say is like, Pisces, you're magical. You don't need to fit into these little boxes. I'm getting the sense that in the pursuit of your goals or something here, art, helping, healing, showing up, you are finding yourself, somehow you're tempted to fit into these molds. You could have had an amazing opportunity and they might be corporate and you are creative. Why is the creative trying to appease corporate when corporate should be inspired by the creative? Pisces, you are the creative. So allow yourself to create and to be magical and undefinable. This is a common thing that happens to people. And sometimes they can beat themselves up, but you don't have to do this. You don't have to feel this and experience this again. Like, you can free yourself of this. Sun card. That's what's fair, Pisces, is to allow yourself to be free, to be expressive, to be undefined and untamed, and bewilder people. Like, be something that doesn't get a label. Be something that isn't clearly understood. Be not everybody's cup of tea. Like, do what you got to do. The people and the things that celebrate you and appreciate your art and your creativity and your intention and your healing and your path and your process and your mess, those are your people. Everybody else is not your people, and that is okay. Pisces, this is a time to kind of shake up and break out of the mold again. And I say again because something tells me that this isn't the first time that you found yourself confined. And the person that put you in the container is you, because you might have been trying to appease people or meet expectations when who told you that you need to satisfy anyone? At the end of the day, like, are you satisfied with who you are and what you have to give and what you have to offer? If you're okay with you, then what else does it matter? Who else matters? So with this Tower card reversed, it's giving blocked sneeze that I just wish that you would just sneeze and let go. In fact, I want to tickle your nose and make you have like multiple sneezes. Let me go ahead and shuffle from these cards. Pisces, your people who appreciate you, they will find you. Anybody else, you don't need to spend any time trying to convince them or trying to understand, well, why don't you like my magic? Why don't you appreciate my art? Why don't you want me to heal? Why don't you want to be better? Because they don't. They don't. But you do. You don't need to spend any time trying to convince anybody. Be a mystery, which is the next card here. Trust the great mystery. Well, I shuffled for you, and the dog card represent loyalty. Oh, it's right here. Be loyal to what you love, but I had to chase after it, which is something that a dog does. I just feel like you don't need to be loyal to anything but yourself. And you don't have anything to prove to anybody, Pisces. I don't know why, like, that's just my message for you. And even as I'm saying it, I'm like getting defensive and I'm like getting an attitude on your behalf. Like, I don't know why I'm getting so sassy right now on a Tuesday. I just don't want you to contain yourself to anything or for anyone. Like, if they don't get you, like if someone doesn't get you or understand you, so like, what? And anyway, you know, and the next card we have here is Owl Spirit. You see clearly now. I just feel like this is something that you're just not going to repeat again. Because you see, when you see and you know, you do differently. You don't repeat the same mistakes of the past, right? Also, what are you loyal to, Pisces? Like, who are you loyal to? Like, who? And for some of you guys, you'll be like, oh, I'm loyal to myself. Are you? Or I'm loyal to my art. For real? Or I'm loyal to this. Are you sure? How are your movements? How does your actions, what are your actions loyal to? Like, how is what you are moving? What is it showing that you are actually loyal to? And if it doesn't match what you're saying, then now you see. Now you can see clearly. Ooh. The card that jumped out for you is Letting Go. Ooh, the second card for you is Family. Ooh. And the third is Gratitude. Giving gratitude for the fact that now you see, now you know, and now you'll have the chance to do different. It's interesting because Aquarius got kind of similar. A little bit. Let's look into the love life for the Pisces people. It's like someone who is magical, and then they do all this research, and then they forget their magic, and then they do what worked for everybody else, or what everybody else says makes success, and it makes that everybody else not successful because everybody else is doing the same thing, when all Pisces you got to do is just be you. And then you forget that, and then you get frustrated, and then you feel like you're not on your path, and your creativity starts to dwindle and die down, and your ability to be innovative and come up with ideas starts to get squandered and squashed because it's not being used. And then you start to second guess yourself, and then all of a sudden you're this powerless thing of goo on the sidewalk when you were actually that brilliant thing of goo that I was talking about earlier, that I just think is so awesome. And I do love goo, like I do. I just bought 2 things of goo, and I can't wait to be able to get 3 things of goo so I can share it with the 2 that I've given it to and my daughter. And then 4 things of goo, because now I'm going to want some, because she's probably not going to want to share her goo with me because she's an only child. And so am I. So I'm just saying. Okay. Look at this. You have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Forgiving and learning, children, and very soon. So Pisces, I just feel like with the word flirt, this is about you having a good time. You flirting with a few different ideas. Well, yes, it also is connected to your love life too. So you might be flirting around and exploring and forgiving your ex and dealing with someone's children, and very soon meeting the love of your life. Like, who knows, right? I know you guys are at my YouTube channel, and I'm supposed to be shuffling and pulling for you guys, but I just don't feel like the love life, like a traditional approach to the love life reading for you, is what is needed right now. So that's why I'm kind of being trivial with it. So forgive me for that. But yeah, I just feel like with the word flirt, it's about you falling in love with life again and not being so serious and being so strict when you should be flowing and moving with things in life at this moment. All right. Yeah. So that being said, Pisces and everybody else, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please make sure that you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. Please let me know if you love these monthly readings, because if so, then I will repeat it for February. Until then, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.